Hello, Mr. McCarthy here with this week's video update for Friday, January 29th. I hope everybody's doing well and trying to stay warm. But I would like to start off and just give you a couple very important updates. Actually, the first update would be is that this video is not just a update for parents and guardians, but it is now also for students. So rather than make two different videos, I'm just going to make one big one. So you can watch together and discuss any of the topics or updates that I'm giving so everybody knows what's going on. First off, I'd like to say that the second marking period ended this week on Wednesday. Some students took a really big opportunity to catch up on some work. I gave the students a lighter week this week so they could focus on trying to get any projects that may have lingered behind and they didn't get done. And I will say some students did not, unfortunately, but if you feel that you, the student, are struggling, or parents and guardians, if you feel that your student's having a hard time, please reach out to myself or Mr. Folk. We're always available, phone, text, email, and we would be more than happy to help you. We have office hours pretty much every day, Monday through Thursday from 1:45 to 2:30, and then Friday by appointment. But we have no problem with making a quick meeting at 9 in the morning or 1 in the afternoon to be able to accommodate everybody's needs. But like I said, unfortunately, some students did not do very well and may not be continuing to do well. Maybe also slipped up in the first marking period. But please, before it becomes a bigger issue with the third and fourth marking period coming up, we definitely don't want to see any students fail for the year. So please make sure that you're kind of in it for the long haul at this point. If you decided to stay on for the beginning of the third marking period, we're hoping that hopefully we're over the hump and everybody can just focus on work and finishing out the year. I promise next year is going to be much different. Everybody should be back in class by then, working hard together instead of all the virtual work that we've had to do so far. But just hang in there and things will definitely get better for both you, the student, and parents and guardians. But moving on, if you go into Schoology, parents and guardians, your student can show you there is a new folder for the third marking period, and you'll see all the new projects and exploratories in there. There's also a couple of things that need to be filled out that are very, very important. First off is seniors. There is a quiz in the senior seminar page in Schoology for you to fill out to get your cap and gown for graduation. So parents and guardians, make sure your student is in there and that hopefully they'll show you that they ordered their cap and their gown. So we don't want that to run too late for them. The second thing is career objective forms. So every student in every program at every tech school has to fill this out. Pennsylvania collects data on what your plans are upon graduation. If you're in 10th, 11th, 12th grade, doesn't matter. They track that information for the length of time that you're in the program. So there are detailed instructions on how to do that. You basically log into the PowerSchool page, not through Schoology, but through the actual PowerSchool grading page, and you'll see the forms in there for career objective. Take you 5 minutes, but it's very important information that we need. The third thing is, and very important also, is that myself and Mr. Folk created a survey for the students asking, how do you think you're doing in the program? Is there anything you think we could change? What's the best way for us to communicate to you? What is your main focus in the program? So you'll see in Schoology there's a link. It's actually a Google form for you to please fill out. It's such valuable information for the teachers. I use this information to adapt my teaching methods to you, the student, and even for the parents and the guardians to figure out the best way to help all the students in our program. So please, get into that survey and answer all the questions as honestly as you can. I'm not looking for the answers you think I'd want to hear, but I want honest answers, so please do that. And last but not least, the new projects that are going on right now. So the first one is for all students. It's the exploratories that we do all the time. Parents and guardians, those are the ones where they usually have their smartphone or camera if they have one, and they're doing these collages. So the new one is actually for the 5 senses. Pretty easy that you're going to be working on site, sound, taste, touch, smell. And you're going to do a photograph that represents each one. So hopefully at the end, you're going to have 5 images that cover the 5 senses. And you can go to our classroom website, and there's some really nice examples of what that should look like when it's done. So that's for all students. First level students will be starting a new project on Monday. They're actually going to do a 30-second commercial with their smartphone. So they're going to need to record video. If they already have a GoPro or their own camera that has a video feature, doesn't really matter. But usually most students all have smartphones, so I usually say it's a smartphone related project. But please feel free to use whatever device you have that records video to do the project. But you're going to pick something in the house as a product, and you're going to do a cool little 30-second commercial. But the first part of that is you need to write a script. I need to find out what it is that you're trying to sell, what the commercial is going to be about, if there's sound, if there's music, what are the words that are going to be said, if it's going to be you as an actor, or if you're going to have other people in it. So you want to be able to write that out first, and then you have to submit that, and that's your proposal. You cannot start filming until I see your proposal and then grade it and okay it and say, okay, you can go and make your video. So make sure that you follow the order at which this needs to be done. Once again, it's all of this information is in our classroom website, which your student can easily show you, but also in this email, you'll see below where my name is. You can see my office hours, my phone number, my email, but there's also a link to our classroom website that you can easily access from there. Returning students will actually be working with Mr. Folk, working on what's called Foley sounds. Those are all the cool sound effects that you hear in movies or radio ads. For this particular project, they're going to be working in radio. They're going to be doing a radio commercial, but they're going to be adding sound effects. So they're learning all about sound and how it works in the industry. So that's it for this week. A lot of stuff because there's a lot going on with the new marking period. But once again, parents and guardians, please talk with your student. Grades will be coming to the house, so I would hope everybody sits down, has a good, honest conversation about how they think they're doing in the program. Parents and guardians, if you're not sure, just reach out to us, and we're here 24/7. So that's it. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope you have a great weekend. Take care.